Hey YouTube, third video of the day. This is gonna be talking about I don't know how parents feel about how parents I don't know how to word it, but what happens when parents put children on super duper short leashes. So here it goes. And what happens when they get in college and what happens when they get out in the real world and they go crazy. Pretty much. My mom, she during junior high and high school, she didn't let me go to any dances. I went to football games in junior high and high school, and that was it. When I got, when I was like a junior in high school, she let me do theater. She would let me do the spring theater play, but she just kept me on a short leash. She didn't let me really go anywhere. I was really used to staying at home in my room and just not going anywhere. It's not that I didn't have friends or that I didn't want to go out. I just knew that she wouldn't let me go out. So I never ever asked her. And so and so my mom just put me on a really short leash. And I remember in high school I would be like, I cannot wait till I can get in college so I can do what I want to do, and I only answered to me, myself, and I. That's one reason why I did not want to go to a community college, because the community college in Mississippi, in Northeast Mississippi, is Northeast Community College, and it's like basically for the surrounding areas, Northeast is known as High School Part 2, if you get my drift. So I did not want to go to community college because I hated, yeah, I did say hate, I hated every last one of the people I graduated with. And that was the only reason. That's probably the only reason why I graduated. Because I did not want to just, I just hated them. They expected so much. I don't know, it was rich kids who expected people to bow down and kiss their ass, and I was like, I don't owe you nothing. You ain't saved my life. You don't pay for nothing for me. I don't owe you nothing. But anyway, that's a side note. But my mom kept me on a short leash, and so I went off to Mississippi State. I went straight from high school to Mississippi State. I love Mississippi State. Do I hang around with anybody that's from my hometown in Mississippi State? No. No. If I see them across the way, I'm not even going to wave at you. You didn't wave at me in high school. You sure wasn't nice to me in high school. So why would I acknowledge you when we were, and I'm talking about, I've been, the people who I graduated with, I've been with them since kindergarten. So we've been in the same class with each other for 13 years, and you didn't do ish for me. No, I'm not gonna go off to college and you're gonna be my best friend. No. So, one, I hate my hometown because they get on my ever loving last nerve, because in Mississippi and small towns, everybody know your business. Everybody. But my mom just kept me on a short leash. So I promised in high school, I was like, I'm gonna go out to college. college. I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna be independent. I'm not gonna really care what other people think. So I go out to college, and in college you get used to freedom. You get, especially at university, I get used to the freedom of, you get to wake up anytime you want. You get to do pretty much anything you want. You don't answer to anybody. Oh, that brain. You don't answer to anybody. No one, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have a curfew. You do what you want as long as it's legal and you ain't hurt nobody. And so when I come home from breaks for like an extended period of time, I'm not talking about for like a weekend, but when I come home for breaks that are like Christmas break, this year is just 3 weeks. But summertime is usually like we get out the first week of May. So May, June, July, August. For almost 4 months, I'm cooped up in the house. And I get antsy. I'm like, oh my God, I just can't. I'll be like, I don't wanna, I get antsy and I get angry because I'm so used to being on my own. And, I'm like, oh, I need to go eat. I gotta go outside of my room and go to the cafeteria. Like, I'm used to doing stuff on my own, hanging out with who I want, going to bed when I want. And I just want parents to know, when you put your child on a short leash in high school and they go off to college and they have freedoms, and when they go away off to college and they have freedoms, and you do all of that, I mean, they're going to act crazy in college because you gave them a short leash. When you give children a short leash, I mean, I didn't expect my mama to like let me do all kind of stupid stuff in high school. I just wanted her to let me go and go to the movies with my friends. And I think that's why I like piercings now, because one, I'm over 18. Two, it's me controlling me. Basically, it's me controlling me. And three, I like the jewelry. But I mean, my boyfriend asked me, why do you want piercings now? Because my mom gave me a short leash in high school. My mom gave me an ultra short leash. Like, I remember the first year I did theater. The first year I did theater, my mom did not understand why I wanted to do theater. But this senior gave me great advice. She said, at the beginning of the school year, sign up for as many clubs as you possibly can get in. And I was like, why? And she was like, because that will get you out of the house. If you want to get out of the house and you don't want a job yet, that is one thing you can do. You can sign up for as many clubs as you want, or as you possibly can, and you can get out of the house. That's how you get out of the house. You just sign up for clubs, or you sign up for things that are after school, or stuff that's gonna block off months and months of time. So for theater, I would block off like 3 months. Like, automatically it would block off 3 months. And I would stay after school from like 4:30 till like 10 o'clock. I was tired, but I got out the house. And, I like theater. Theater is fun. I wouldn't mind I kicked myself. Like, I only got to do 2 plays, but I kicked myself because I wanted to do, which I had done theater earlier in my high school career. But anyway, my mom just did not give me any she didn't give me a long leash. And I didn't get to hang out with friends in high school. Like, I hung out with church friends, which I didn't mind them. They were fun. But I just wanted to hang out with, other people. Because I'm a social butterfly. Like, you can't keep me cooped up for too long. Like, I have to interact with somebody. I got to. I don't have a choice. I got to. But my parents just they never gave me a long leash. So when I got in college, I didn't know how, like, I didn't act stupid, but I just did not know how to act because I had all kinds of freedom. And I basically just made my own rules. And I have a good time in college. And I don't know, when you don't put children on long leashes, they're gonna rebel. Like, they might not rebel in high school, but they sure will rebel in college in some way or another. So, just because they're not teenagers anymore and they're off at college doesn't mean they're not gonna rebel. They're gonna have like 10 million in 10 years. They're gonna have 10 million years of rebelling that they want to do when you go to college. They gonna let it all out, especially if you have to go away. I'm talking to the parents who let their children go and they go away. Like, my mom and dad, they're 2 hours away. 2 hours, but I'm far away enough that I'm on my own. Like, I know people who I know a girl who's from Colorado who goes to Mississippi State. And her mom and dad have a tracker on her phone. And I'm like, you're 18. It'd be one thing if she was like 10 and she had a tracker on her phone. But that's another story. But you just can't expect kids to not rebel when you don't give them some kind of freedom. You need to give kids some kind of freedom. I'm not talking about let them go loose and just do and just let them do stupid ish. If they want to do an after school activity, then yeah, that's okay. If they want to hang out with, if you know the friends and they're going to the movie theater, you know, let them. That's all you have to do. I mean, I didn't always ask to go out to the movie theater. I may have wanted to go like once or twice in a 5-month period, but I mean, you can't choke them with you being around them. Cause I mean, I know this one girl, her parents, she's like 21 right now, and her parents did not want her to get piercings in high school. And that's one thing. That's one thing. I don't think kids in high school should have piercings. At least not facial piercings. It's one thing to have like an ear piercing, but facial piercings, no. And so she's 21 now, and her parents are still like, you can't have piercings. She's she 18. She got a job. No, she's 21. She has a job. Let that child. I mean, be one thing if she want to get a face tattoo or a facial piercing. She wanted her ear done. Like, she just wanted an ear piercing, just ear piercing, and she has one. I mean, the more you choke them with trying to make them stay right all their lives, you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to cut that umbilical cord sometime or another. Like, really, you're gonna have to cut it. Cause what's gonna happen if she gets pregnant in the future? You can't tell her what to do. Like, you're gonna have to. I just can't deal with parents who choke their kids to death and don't give them a leash. Like, my parents did not give me a curfew because they knew. Because my mom was like, "You're not gonna go anywhere. Like, there's no reason for you to go anywhere. You can stay at home and you can watch TV." That's basically what my mom told me. And so you gotta get your children some kind of leash. I mean, you don't have to give them like the whole wide world, but I mean, let them go out with friends every now and then. Let them go out to eat. You know, remember when I got in college and I could go out to eat with friends? I really didn't know how to act because like, I wouldn't act out, but like I'd never been out to eat without my parents being there. And just to be in a restaurant and be able to, just be a grown, not a grown woman, but just grow up, you know? I mean, you have to let them off the leash because, one day they're going to have to grow up. I mean, it's just that they're going to have to grow up one day. And if you don't let them grow up, it's going to be something awful when, I mean, it is. It's just going to be something awful when they want to grow up. Just give them a little bit of freedom. I mean, you don't have to give them the whole wide world, but like give them a little bit of something. Like, I mean, my parents didn't let me date in high school. And I mean, I didn't even want that. Like, I really just wanted to hang out with my friends. Not that I didn't like anybody. I just wanted to hang out with my friends. If my mom and dad had let me just go to the movies with my friends, I would have been flabbergasted. I would have just killed over. Yeah. So, you're going to have to give them a little bit of a longer leash. And if they didn't get to rebel in high school, just they're going to rebel in college some way or another. You know, because you have to get out of your system. Somehow or another, we're going to have to get it out of our system. Because when you don't,